Hello everybody and welcome to our coverage of Ninjago Possession, episode 46. This episode is called Ghost Story. So spooky and scary.
So, what is it with LEGO this year? We've got ghosts and we've got skeletons.
I don't know.
At least it's not zombies.
Yeah, that could be a lot worse, a lot more cliche.
Well, technically,
Or vampires.
if you want to get technical in the Bionicle story, some of them are reanimated.
Undead does not
zombies.
necessarily equal zombies.
Very true.
Yes.
Alright, so as you can tell, we're also joined by Takuma Nuva making his triumphant return after not being on the last one.
Yeah, scumbag.
Hey, it had to be recorded promptly. I'm very sorry. But, alright, take it away with the usual recap of the episode, LJ.
Alright, let's see if I can remember this. The episode starts off with a recap. We finally get to see the new intro, which is kind of cool. I like it.
It was very cool.
It's very stylized. And so the ninja are trying to flee from Moro on his dragon. They are so far behind if they're only just now getting their dragons.
Yeah.
Gosh, dang.
They are kind of way far behind.
So they're fleeing in what appears to be some sort of a thunderstorm, a lightning storm. They're all panicking about. Dragon is keeping great pace. They're swerving. They're doing the flips and the tricks. It's crazy. Antics are occurring. Gosh dang.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
Yeah, I know. So they're bouncing all around. We got Jay, he gets on the cannon. It does pretty much nothing. Then Moro gets on the ship. Uh-oh, we're done. So Sensei Wu, he wants to go down in the back room, make an ink copy of whatever's on his staff, because apparently he didn't even know something was on his staff. So Zane takes him and Kai down below deck, while Jay and Cole fight Moro. Antics begin to happen. This is bugging me. So they go down below deck. All of a sudden, Moro, he messes the fudge out of the controls, and Destiny's Bounty goes into some sort of crazy spin dive thing. It's like they lost a wing in War Thunder. It's out of control. It's crazy. They're going to respawn in about 46 seconds. So Nia's trying to recorrect that. Jay and Cole are getting the snot beaten out of them. Moro goes below deck. So the three of them above deck, they're trying to right the Destiny's Bounty. Below, fight breaks out. It goes nuts. Things happen. Staff is gone, but there's a copy made, and Destiny's Bounty crashes. And they're all alive. So they get down. They send out the eagle thing, which has gotten a makeover as well.
It's not an eagle, it's a falcon.
They send out Bird McBolts to go get Misako. Or Mikosa?
It's Misako. Mikosa.
Misaka?
You were right the first time.
So they go get her. And Kai has a bad dream because he sucks. Protagonists have to have bad dreams. And they finally, next day, they get Misako. And they learn about air jitsu. Because apparently that's got to be a thing.
Deus Ex Machina
So
number
they
or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I swear. So they find out about that. They find out they need to go get things. They need to go to a place called Styx to get what again?
Air Jitsu Scroll, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They need to go to a place called Styx to get the Air Jitsu Scroll to, I would assume, fight Moro for what I would believe to be the second time.
Yeah.
They make reference to him. On their way there, they don't go the right way because they're trying to follow Kai because Kai's being a big bully. Or dummy or whatever. So Zane finds the right way. They go along these train tracks. They're being annoying and obnoxious and singing and doing all the camp fun stuff. And so they head on their way over to Styx and not Twigs. On their way there, at night, they stop, taking a little break. Beforehand, Moro went to a biker bar, a bike gang bar or whatever, and started drinking alcohol. Alcohol! Anyway, he figures out what he needs to do, and then beats up the bikers, brings in one of his ghost buddies, and he makes a bike, and he basically is Ghost
It was a
Rider.
pretty funny sequence.
And yeah. So, present time, Ninja are taking a break. They hear Ghost Rider appear, and a fight breaks out, and it doesn't end well for them. They get the snot kicked out of them, and just as they're about to find out what is in the what is it? The Grandmaster's tomb?
Yep.
First Spinjitzu Master's tomb, because that's what the thingamabob on his staff tells you. He gets defeated by water. And we'll get into why. We'll get back to that later. Now, while all this is going on, first of all, Moro's heading on over to Styx. Second, Misako, gosh dang it, Misako and Wu said, Nia, you can't go out. You're not going to have fun. They go back to the tea shop. It's time to tell her. She's not ready. We have to. Nia, there's something you need to know about your parents. Nope, hold it. Chen did that whole thing. You're going to be the Master Water. Why that's an issue.
I think anyone with half a brain cell knows why that's an issue.
So, anyhow, Ninja on the way to Styx, Moro's on his way to Styx, Nia's about to start drinking a lot of water. And as far as I'm aware, end.
Yep. That's pretty much it. That was the episode. Obviously, the big revelation, the thing we can take away from this episode, is that they're telegraphing Nia is going to become a ninja, the ninja of water, and cast away her uniqueness for the sake of a plot point.
Yep. I was gonna say I was so excited. Hey, the samurai's back. Then we get to the samurai. I mean, yeah. Now, if she becomes the master of water, but not the ninja of water, like the samurai of water, then maybe you know.
Unfortunately, we're not that lucky
story.
because we already have seen her water minifigure, and she does. It's just a ninja.
Rubbish.
So stupid. I'm not a fan of this particular decision. I understand them wanting to give Nia more screen time and become more, integral to the plot or whatever. The way it's being done, the ghosts are conveniently vulnerable to water.
Yeah, I have no idea how that works.
I will probably change my.
There better be some sort of actual explanation for why that is, and not just because reasons.
Heavily doubt there will be. But look, Ninjago typically they do good stuff with their stories and their plot lines. So I will probably end up liking this eventually. But as of right now, it feels forced. It feels heavy-handed. And I am not a fan. What do you guys think?
Pretty much.
LJ?
Okay. First of all, I was scrolling through the comments last week. Many fans have reminded me I wanted to use shenanigans occur as my replacement.
Wow.
So that's what it's going to be.
Shenanigans occur. You sicken me.
I love it.
As opposed to what? Antics ensue?
Yes.
Exactly.
Because for some reason the phrase must be replaced.
Hey, not replaced, freshened up. Okay, I gotta keep everyone on their toes. Anyhow, I like the episode. We're talking about the episode.
Yeah,
recap,
the episode was good.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the episode was good. The humor was still there. Moro's interactions with some of the guards at the library was kind of funny. It was kind of quick and unexpected. Hey, you want to take a selfie? I mean, we're in total robes and have staves that seem to be made of some gold-colored plastic. But hey, want to take a selfie? We've got this super cool phone. Bye.
That was great.
Maybe those stabs are really selfie sticks.
It was a little, it was a little unusual. I didn't expect it, but it was kind of funny in hindsight. It was more of that chuckling humor.
Hilarious.
The ninjas' antics, as per usual, are enjoyable.
Quite a lot of antics.
And their interactions are funny. However, every official source I can find says that Cole is the leader of the ninja, and yet Kai is sitting there trying to do that. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
The leader of the ninja?
I never really felt like any of them was the leader, except Sensei.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that is true. What else? Okay, the water thing. So I've got two issues with the water thing. The first one being, I've seen this time and time again. You know the trope. Common, everyday, earth element defeats X threat. We saw that in Signs, the aliens in the water. You see that in Battleship. The sun kills the aliens. It just... Are those spoilers? They're spoilers. Oh, well. It's just...
I don't ever intend to watch the travesty that is Battleship.
Okay, fine. I did it for you. You're welcome. Water defeats ghosts. Okay, I really wished they had really played up on that. It's like, it was holy water the entire time. That would have been funny. Really, really funny. But they didn't. It's just standard.
In a water tower?
Yeah, well, I know. I know.
Someone's been busy.
But, yeah. But it's just standard water. You could spit in them. Ah! Whoosh!
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
Oh, my gosh. And then the second issue, and the more important one, I understand you want to give Nia a really important role. That's fine. I actually have no issue with making her the master of water, even though Galley's trying to be that right now. That's absolutely perfectly fine. However, you're giving her such a crucial role, it feels to me a little overbearing. Like, she had a very nice role as it is. Give her a more prominent role. That'd be great. She's a fun character. She has a very integral part of each episode. She has a very important part in the team. However, this, I feel, is a bit heavy-handed. Like, you guys understand where I'm coming from. It's like, okay, Nia, you're super cool. You're great on your own merits. But now you have to make up for all of the ninjas' mistakes and the fact they don't have elements or the fact that they can't fly dragons. You're going to do all of that, and you're going to be the only thing to defeat the threat that's currently attacking the ninja. So you just became character numero uno. It is an extreme leap, and I feel that A could have probably been handled a little bit slower, like a more gradual build-up.
It should have been slower.
It's not that we didn't have any foreshadowing ever that this was going to happen. We kind of suspected that it was possible in the past.
They've hinted towards Nia having elemental powers.
There wasn't that much of it, though. I felt like they could have done a little bit more of a build-up, a little more, subtleties. But it was just maybe. Yeah. Yes, it is!
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like I said, I have no problem with Nia being the master of water and eventually becoming a ninja. I really don't. I understand she needs to be her own character as well, and I think she can still do that regardless.
Here's hoping.
However, I definitely think this was kind of bullet train instead of mountain climb.
In the interest of being devil's advocate, I can understand their dilemma because they have the ghosts as an enemy, and this is going to be like a 10-episode season, and we're already on episode 2. If they don't introduce a weakness for the ghosts, then it's just going to be the ninja getting wrecked every single time they're on screen. And while that weakness being water is a little contrived, they had to do, if that was their plan, they had to introduce it at this moment because they have to have some way to combat things. How I would have gone about it is have Wu and Misako tell her she has a power that she needs to unlock, and the audience can kind of guess it's going to be water, but it's not telegraphed to you. She's just in training, and she's practicing honing her skills. You go. I'm done.
I was going to say something else to point out is the fact that Wu was all like, "No, you need to come back with us and let the ninja do their job. You need to help us watch over the shop." But then you get back to the shop, and Wu was like, "No, we can't do it. We can't tell her." What was his point in bringing her back then if he didn't want to tell her?
I think he really just wanted to manage his shop. It's like there was a miscommunication. I really, really want to make tea again. No, we have to tell her. Will she help us make tea? She'll make the water out of her hands and we'll get the tea. Like, I wonder, what are the several levels of this? Can she control the temperature of the water? Can she control its purification?
I doubt it. This isn't Avatar.
No, I don't know. I have faith that it will be handled well in the end.
I'm sure it will. I think these writers have been very, very good at handling Ninjago in the past. We're not talking about the golden weapon conundrum.
I have some stuff to say about the weapons in a second, but first I'll say, Takuma, what did you think of the episode?
It was good, and I mean, okay, so I wasn't around for the last episode, and I haven't actually listened to what you guys said. But something I just gotta say is the whole "we lost our powers" trope is getting a bit old.
Yeah, it is, especially because they didn't
I
really
do.
explain all that well why they've lost their powers. Like, at first I thought it was
How many
because
times
of
has
an
this
ability of Moro's, but then later they hint it's because Lloyd lost his powers, to which I say, what? The ninja's powers didn't come from Lloyd. They did that at one point, but then they revealed that, oh, the ninja are descendants of elemental masters, and that's why they had their powers. Lloyd just unlocked them, I think. So now that
I'm
they've
just getting
been
sick of the
unlocked,
whole that we've lost our powers thing. It seems like an unnecessary way to nerf them every
it
single
totally
time.
is, especially because they've weapons. I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah,
Continue on.
just make the obstacle they have to overcome bigger instead of just knocking them down every time. It's like I go to the top of the hill, poof, back to the bottom.
Oh, gotta get back up again, but
instead
this
of
time I
giving
don't
them a
have my
bigger
golden
hill,
weapons.
They just keep punching them in the face every time they get to the top.
Yeah.
It's not interesting to watch. I mean, you can only do that so many times.
Quite right. What do you think of this episode?
It was good, and I mean, yeah, I just kind of echo what everyone else said. You know, it was nice to see Nia again. It was like, hey, samurai. And then it was like, oh, ninja of water. Well,
Yep.
and you know, water defeats ghosts because reasons. As far as we can tell, maybe they'll give us a reason later on.
I'm telling you, it would have been funny, man.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say my spiel about the weapons. So, like you said, their powers have been lost, and it really hit home this episode how weak the ninja actually are. Like when they've relied on their elemental powers for so long at this point. When they're taken away, like that they didn't always have them, and when they're taken away, you realize how much they've lost. They don't have good weapons. They don't have good vehicles. They're reduced to riding on the backs of strange creatures and fighting with bootleg, like, silver shurikens that do nothing, in Zane's case.
You'd think, though, that for as many times as they've lost their powers, they would have some degree of skill.
You would think. And you would also think that they would plan for this and have contingency plans. Like, okay, if we lose our powers, we'll fall back on our epic vehicles with all sorts of crazy tricks. And if we lose our vehicles, then we'll design some super overpowered weapons to use that will help even the odds.
Or, you know, they could fall back on, and this is a crazy theory, the Stone Army tools.
They do have those.
Where?
I don't know. They've had so many weapons, I'm sure that legitimate things have happened to them, and I just forget. Because they did have some glowing swords they used in the Stone Army. They're gone. The golden weapons...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I know.
about.
I'm agreeing with you. They did have those. Where'd they go?
Yeah.
But, I don't know. That's just something that's bothering me. But I understand you have to tear them down so you can build them back up with air jitsu. Whenever that's a thing. But that's pretty much all, quite honestly, for episode 46 of Ninjago. We've complained a lot, but it was a pretty solid episode. There's a lot of action this season. They just kind of throw you right in.
Yeah. But I'm happy with it. I'm glad Ninjago's back. The characters are still a lot of fun. Shenanigans are indeed occurring. I'm so happy now.
Antics ensue.
I'm so happy. Shenanigans occur.
Antics. I'm gonna just start saying antics ensue instead of you.
No, you don't take that from me.
But LJ...
No, you have your other annoying idiosyncrasies.
Kerfuffles followed.
Listen, antics ensue is better than whatever the heck kind of garbage you're spewing. But
the only garbage that's being spewed is your opinions.
alright, so thank you all very much for listening to our coverage of episode 46 of Ninjago Possession Ghost Story. We'll see you all next week for another exciting episode, and remember, for those watching this, probably should have mentioned it at the start, you're a week behind with our opinions. If you want to,
If you're
on YouTube. If you want to see our up-to-date opinions, go check out our Vessel channel, vessel.com/TTV channel, which will be linked in the description below. So, thank you all very much, and we will see you all next week for another exciting Ninjago Possession coverage. Farewell.
Adios.
Bye.